What is going on, guys? We are back with Five Nights in Anime, the Cloud Novel. Um, we are going to pick another character, another person. Don't worry about the other pathway. We're gonna finish that um next episode. Um, I just wanted to try, a different person, And here we are. We're gonna pick Mark Reynolds. I don't slash Henry Rose Bendy. I only care about Bendy. I should have just said Bendy. Um, Before we get started, go check out my Twitch channel. Link in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like. Um, Also, if you miss any previous episodes, link in the description, the playlist, and all that good stuff. If you want to talk to me or chat with me, my Twitch channel in the description. Go check that out. Pretty please, go check that out. Anyway, stop wasting time. I can't even talk. Let's get to it. AKA the Bendy route. A few years after quitting an animator, is invited back to his old studio. He visits and finds it abandoned and covered in ink. Of all things, he soon realizes that something sinister is going on behind the scenes. Meanwhile, the night guard for the building gets suspicious and enters, soon running into a real version of his childhood idol, Bendy. She she requests his help and he offers it. No questions asked, soon realizing that might be a mistake. Find out more in the unique. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's gonna happen. Are we gonna go to like the Bendy route, like the studios, instead of the FNAF location? Who knows? I'm interested in this. Let's see what happens. We might even see a female Bendy. I don't know. I don't know. You hope to never return here, but unfortunately, an old friend, Joey Drew, invited you back. After several years of being nowhere to be seen, they invite you back to Silly Vision Studios, your old workplace. It wasn't the place itself, but it did bring old memories, bad memories. One step in, and you were already nervous. The lights were dim and barely functional. The projector was on, showing a short animation of the devil darling herself, Alice. Bendy, the singing succubus? I didn't know he was a succubus. Most people would say that putting a succubus in a family-friendly show was a fool's. I don't know how to say that word, but if that 20s could do it, why couldn't the 80s? Why couldn't the 80s? She was a simple character, heavily based on her elder counterpart. She was given more of an anime appearance. As an artist, it was fun to work on something unfamiliar. Lately, you've been hearing that Bendy has been taken in by a Japanese studio, and they started to actual anime. They gave you a scene shots of the characters individually, and you realized that you had them in your pocket. But back to the task on hand. Find Joey. As you walk around the building, you notice a writing on the wall. Dream come true. Wasn't that the company's slogan? Whatever. Back to the task. You enter the room of the ink machine, a large, seemingly worthless contraption that provided ink. It was installed a bit before you quit, so you weren't sure why Joey put it in. Speaking of which, it seems to be shut off. Maybe you should fix it? Maybe this is what Joey wanted to show you. Question mark. Suddenly, you got a flash of a realistic Bendy reaching for you. It felt quick and realistic, almost like a repressed memory. You travel to the startup room. You attempt to start it, but no dice. Looking around, you notice that the items were no longer on the pedestals. Perhaps you needed to look for them. As you exited the room, you almost had a heart attack. Out of nowhere, a bendy cutout has appeared. Heh, it was probably Joey. Just a little prank before showing up for a touching, sweet reunion. What the fuck? As you walked past the cutout, you saw something in the corner of your eye. You were afraid, but you walked toward it. You couldn't believe your eyes. On top of the operating table was Betty. The wolf? What the fuck? Betty the wolf? It seemed to be a doll, a statue. It wouldn't be real. Betty, right? Then again, it looked like a little too real, considering the way she looked. She could have been sleeping, or worse. What was Joey doing? Another sick joke before your reunion? No, didn't want to admit it, but Joey would never do something like this. You walked out and looked out for the items. A cog and a wet wrench near the ink machine. Joey's The Illusion of Living book on a table. A bendy plushie on a shelf. A vital record next to a chair. And finally, an ink bottle for your old desk. You then headed to the projector room. In the hall to it, a bendy cutout had appeared around the corner. Despite the fear that something more was going on, you continued ahead. Even when the projector turned on by itself, you pressed the flow button and walked back to the item room. After flipping the switch, you walked to the ink machine. That's when everything went wrong. You found the ink machine's room almost completely boarded up. As soon as you walked up to investigate, a dark gloved hand shot out from behind the boards. Next to it, a pretty face. Or what would be a pretty face? It was covered in ink, leaving only the angry frown untouched. You! I will get you back for all you've done to this studio. You're not walking away again after all these years. I'm going to send you straight to. The door then collapsed, blocking her from continuing to swipe at you. With a horrifying realization, you figured that was Bendy as a female. With your help, the sweet and mischievous succubus had become a vengeful demon in a human-like body, all because of your stupidity. Not having much of a choice, especially with the place being filled with ink, you ran for the exit. You managed to get to the exit hall. You ran forward, your head reaching out to get the doorknob/handle, and the floorboards creaked and collapsed as you viewed the door, realizing that that might be the last time you ever see the exit narrator switch. This all started when you heard something like rain coming from the room next door. The cameras you were watching the building on were suddenly blacked from an unknown force. Something was going on, and you needed to take a look. For the first time in a long time, you were entering the building. Silly Vision Studios, aka Joey Drew Studios. The name was just given when Henry Rose, one of the creators and lead animators, left. 10 years ago, this studio crafted your childhood. The biggest show was, no doubt, Bendy the singing succubus. She was a cute little succubus who constantly loved to sing, dance, and mess with others. She was a demon. Who you expect? She was originally made in the 20s, but was given a reboot in the 80s. They are even giving her an anime reboot. We watched a bit, but it wasn't as good as you hoped. It was still good, just not as good. 10 years later, you got a job as a security guard for the building. You couldn't believe your eyes. It didn't look like much, but again, this was just childhood. You remembered when you first walked in at 16 and saw her. Anyways, the place was now covered in thick black ink, but you didn't care. Wait, why was ink there? Before you could question it, you fell in a hole. The hole was decent size, so you weren't sure how you missed it, but you still fell several feet onto the floor below. The impact sent a shock through your legs, but luckily nothing was broken. You managed to walk a few steps before fainting from the pain. Suddenly, someone was shaking you up. You okay, cutie? I hope so. Who is this? That voice. It couldn't be. You managed to open your eyes to find Bendy? Is this you? Oh, it is Bendy. What the fuck? Anyway, hey there. What brings you here, stranger? Bendy? Ho ho. You're a fan of mine, right? Mr. Mike, I should have guessed by your looks. Ignoring the fact that comment made no sense whatsoever, you focused on her. You wanted to say it wasn't Bendy, but the features fit the hourglass figure, and she looked like she would. So, it really is you. How? Oh, well, to make a long story short, an old friend seemed to have activated a machine I gave me this inky body. The problem is that I want to thank them, but I don't know where they are. Surely a nice, cute fan like you wouldn't mind helping me, would you? I guess so, if I have to. You were confused on why she was flirting with you like you were some brave hero, but you ignored it in favor of helping her. Of course, I love to help. How sweet. Come on. Come on now. We got a friend to find. She then lay down, implying she wanted you to carry her. What the fuck? I'm not that strong. You picked her up like a damsel in distress and walked into an old room. What's this place? The recording studio. They used to record all of the swing you see in the cartoons, as well as voices. I love this place. No offense, but it's a bit creepy. Understandable. The age of this place dates from the 20s, as being in a creepy, deserted building after so long would be creepy. Yeah. Hey, what's the tape on the shelf here? I wouldn't press that if I were you. Why? Huh? Why? Is something gonna happen? Huh? Well, it's just ignore it. She's weird. Reluctantly is how you say it. Ignored it. That's when you notice a can nearby. Hey, what's that can? That's bacon soup. Our marketing team got a brand deal with the company who makes it. Is it good? Can I eat it? I think so. You picked it up and started eating it. Uh, I meant it was a good in taste. That soup's around 70 years old. Oh, my stomach's going to hate me in a few hours. You walked into a half filled with ink that could reach half up to your knee. As soon as you waded through, you thought you saw a figure past the door at the other end. Being a security guard, you need to make sure that she was allowed to be here. Hey, what are you doing here? Are you authorized? As soon as you caught up, she was gone, with a bendy cutout where she would have been. Where did she go? And for that matter, where's Bendy? Am I here, silly? You turn back to the cutout to find Bendy there instead. How did you? Never mind, let's just go. You carried her again through an opening mechanical door. You then arrive at the entrance to the heart of the recording area. In front of the sign lay three batches of separated ink. What's with these ink puddles? They seem much larger than the others. That's weird. They have should have they should have gotten him. I mean, he should be here. That's a telltale clue he was here. Okay. Where to? Hmm. Follow my directions. Narrator switch. How long have I been recording? I'm gonna end it here. I know it's 14 minutes. It's 14 minutes. It's about to be 15 right now. and I'm gonna stop it here because a little time that I have, a little time. So thank you guys for watching this. We're now in Bendy version of this. We've seen female Bendy. We're gonna see like what Bendy boys. I mean female boys, female. Well, Alice of course, and other people. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. But we got to finish the other pathway from yesterday. I think we were on our last night, the seventh night. I think. Excuse me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my Twitch channel and the playlist if you missed any previous episodes. All that in the description, so go check that out. Um, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I am out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.